Hey guys, my name is Amanda. Welcome to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here today. Today's video is all about Dollar Tree window clings and stickers. Please subscribe if you haven't. Hit that bell button so you can be notified every time that I upload. And also giving me a big thumbs up really helps me out here on YouTube. With all of that being said, let's jump into our first window cling Dollar Tree DIY. This first one is so easy. We're going to create this gather sign with Dollar Tree supplies. You will need this window cling page here. Also a wooden plank from Dollar Tree. I removed the hanger at the side, painted it with Waverly plaster. Here's the window cling piece I am using. I'm going to Mod Podge the back of my window cling and then flip it over and place it in the middle of my sign. Once that is done, we're going to Mod Podge over the top of the window cling to firmly hold it in place. I'm then going to place 3 strips of painter's tape at either side of my window cling, and this painter's tape can be found at Dollar Tree as well. I'm going to remove the middle stripe and paint in that space with King's Gold by Apple Barrel Paint. This can be found at Walmart. Once my stripes are painted, I remove the painter's tape to reveal my crisp lines. I then cut out a couple pumpkins from that window cling sheet, leaving the backing on so they are not see-through. I'm going to Mod Podge them down wherever I please, which for me is on top of these stripes. And here is what this looks like. If you want to add a hanger to it, you could totally do that. I'm going to use mine as a leaner. I know this sign is kind of plain compared to what I usually do, but I think it's nice to have some basic classy pieces, especially to pop into busy vignettes, or if you're going to hang it on a wall that has a lot going on. I just think that this was so easy to do, only cost us just a couple of dollars. Of course, it's very customizable with your color or your window cling. Okay, so for my next idea, this is also a very easy and quick Dollar Tree DIY, but very customizable and very cute. You can grab a Dollar Tree pumpkin. They have wooden ones or these designed ones. I remove the embellishment and I'm going to paint the back of my pumpkin with Waverly plaster chalk paint. I lay the painted pumpkin down on top of some scrapbook paper and trace where I want to cut out. I am then going to Mod Podge this down. So I just chose to cover a very small part at the top, and I also did this for the bottom, leaving the middle exposed with that Waverly plaster chalk paint. I then cut out this truck from this window cling sheet. Again, I leave the backing on so that the truck cling is not see-through. I'm going to Mod Podge this down as well, and once I have it in place, I will Mod Podge over my entire pumpkin, scrapbook paper, paint, and window cling just to hold everything nicely in place and make sure everything has the same finish. I'm going to create a very simple bow with one loop on either side. For me, this is a very simple bow, but I just thought it looked really nice on here. I glue it down using my hot glue, and then I'm going to dovetail my tails by just simply folding it over and cutting a triangle upward. I think this gives it a beautiful boutique finish. I decided I needed to bring a little bit of orange into this, so I took a little pumpkin that I'd got off a Dollar Tree pick. I cut off the bottom of the pumpkin so it wouldn't stick out quite as much, and I hot glued it down in the middle of that bow. So here's what this looks like, and again, so customizable to whatever paint colors or scrapbook paper that you want to use. This particular scrapbook paper came from a pad at Michael's, but Hobby Lobby has beautiful scrapbook papers as well. So the sky is the limit. You could even use contact paper from Dollar Tree. At this point in the video, I'd like to apologize if I sound a little sniffly or make some weird sounds. I am kind of coming down with some things, so please give me grace on that. With that being said, let's jump into our next idea. You can take different shaped signs at Dollar Tree and match them up with different shaped window clings. So I had this round sign from Dollar Tree that already came on a stand. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to paint the round part with Waverly plaster. I did paint over the base with some brown paint. Now I have this window cling that is round and perfect. So I'm going to Mod Podge over the back of it, flip it over, place it down where I want it, and then again Mod Podge over the front of it. Now I did dry brush around the side of my cling with the same brown that I painted the base with. This is totally optional. You don't have to do that. You could leave it plain, but I just thought that it looked really cute and kind of almost like represented the crust of a pie. I don't know. I just thought it looked cute like that, and let me know what you think about it. I almost forgot to mention I did add a tiny little buffalo check bow to the bottom base, which you can't really see here, but that is optional as well. I just think matching up shapes like this is so fun and easy. Here's a little look at that bow, and now we're going to jump into our next DIY. This one is quite easy as well. I actually got the idea to take these wooden trays with the handle cutouts and turn them into standing signs from Whiskey and Wit. Her name is Whitney. She's amazing. You'll have to check her out. I will link her channel in my description box. So I stained one with Waverly Antique Wax, and then I'm going to paint one with Waverly Plaster. You'll see that in a second. To my antique wax one, I'm going to cut out this little pumpkin spice window cling, leaving the backing on. Now to my plaster colored one, I am going to add on this little candle, and I do peel the backing off of this one. I'm also going to add a little pumpkin. I'm going to take some Dollar Tree ribbon and run that across the top, gluing it down on either side just to kind of fancy this up a little bit. And then I'm going to create a little bow for the top as well, tying a little shoelace bow and just cutting off the tails down where I want them to be. I am going to be adding a little double twine bow on top of this. You'll see that here in a minute, but I glue this on at an angle, and then you can see both of my adorable little standing signs that are perfect for a large tier tray or a vignette or on a coffee bar. Again, these are so customizable to whatever color you want to paint them and whatever clings that you want to use and whether or not you want to embellish. Okay, let's jump into our next Dollar Tree window cling DIY. These adorable pumpkins that stand on their own. They're quite solid. I bought these from Dollar Tree. I noticed some of the paper was peeling off. They looked a little bit shabby. So I'm going to give them a makeover. I'm going to remove the little raised pieces on the front using a Dollar Tree tool. Peel off as much paper as I can. I do cover those backs with some brown craft paper, but I'm still going to use the back side as it is nice and smooth. I remove the stickers with my heat gun. To one of them, I'm going to be adding some scrapbook paper, and I do paint that stem later. Now I'm going to take some wood planks from the Dollar Tree. They look like this. They're square, but you can also find them at Walmart if you can't find them at your Dollar Tree. I paint them with Waverly Plaster and brush over them with Waverly Antique Wax. I'm going to add a window cling that I like from Dollar Tree to each one of these. You could also find window clings at Dollar General. I'm going to glue this down right on top of my prepared pumpkin. So here's what this one looks like. I paint the stem with Waverly pumpkin chalk paint. Now to the other one I had painted with Waverly pumpkin chalk paint, I'm going to add on my little wooden square with a gorgeous little window cling on it. I just glue that down. Then I'm going to glue back the original embellishments that were on these pumpkins, the leaf and the little raffia bow, and I do paint the stem brown. So here is what these look like, but so customizable. You can use any type of window clings, any colors. That's what I love about these projects, is just give you an idea of how I did mine, but you can do yours any way that you like. This is such an upgrade, I feel like, and it really didn't cost us much at all to do. Okay, so for our next DIY, I have this Dollar Tree wooden slatted pumpkin that I had used in another DIY. It was painted with Waverly pumpkin chalk paint and distressed with Waverly truffle chalk paint. So here's what that looks like. Now I'm going to use some wood planks from Dollar Tree, well, just one wood plank, and a window cling of my choice here. So I'm going to paint my wood plank with Waverly Plaster, and I'm going to glue it down to the middle of my slatted pumpkin there. Here's what that looks like. Now I'm going to use a glue stick to apply the window cling that I choose right on top of that wooden plank. Now I had a wood round in my stash from Hobby Lobby, but you can get them at Dollar Tree as well. I painted it with Waverly Plaster. I'm so sorry it disappears here for a second. You will see it again in just a minute. But I do add a bow with some Dollar Tree ribbon, and then I am just adding some leaves that I had in my stash on either side using tiny dabs of hot glue. And I'm just going to add a little pumpkin that I had in my stash from Hobby Lobby. And here's what that looks like. I add on a hanger to hang it, and this was so easy to create. I think it is absolutely adorable. So if you have any pieces from other projects that you want to reuse, definitely consider doing something like this and giving that piece new life. Again, this was just so easy, so very customizable, and I did distress around that wood round as well just to make it match that pumpkin a little bit better. So those were some new Dollar Tree DIYs, but now I'm going to jump into one that I have shared a few videos back, but it fits in perfectly with the theme of this video, so I'm going to reshare it just in case you didn't see it. I have this wood round from Dollar Tree as well as this window cling from Dollar Tree. I am going to be using some Dollar Tree faux cricket vinyl as my tape because I didn't have any tape at this point. This works out really well. You just cut the piece to fit and then you can turn it either way to use it as a protector for your wood piece, like so. I'm using this stain here on either side of my circle, and then I'm going to flip these pieces around and paint the inside with Waverly plaster. Again, you can paint any color that you like, but this is just what I chose to do. Once that is done, I'm going to remove my little protector pieces, and this just works out so well for me. So that's a little tip or trick if you need that. Now I'm going to take this Give Thanks window cling that I'm going to choose to use, and I'm going to use a glue stick to adhere it. Of course, if you're more comfortable with Mod Podge, go for that. I like to kind of change it up a little bit. I'm adding on some more window clings from that same sheet, and then I'm going to take a pick. This pick is from Walmart, but Dollar Tree has gorgeous picks as well. I'm just going to completely take it apart, and then I'm going to build up the design that I want, starting out with the larger pieces, which are the leaves. I glue them down, and then I'm going to add some of the little trailing leaves and just continue adding. I add some berries on. I'm just trying to make sure that my sides are symmetrical. I'm going to add in some cute little green leaves, and again, just kind of build this up. Then I'm going to add a pumpkin to be my little center piece, and here's what this looks like. You can add in the original piece of jute twine as a hanger, and for just a couple dollars you have a gorgeous wood round. I think this is so pretty for a door or a wall, or this would even make a great hostess gift to give someone on a total budget. Okay, so for our next idea, this is actually a new one. I am sharing another wood round, so you can get a wood round from Dollar Tree or in a pack at Hobby Lobby. I paint mine with Waverly plaster. I put the stripes of painter's tape down and then paint the sides with Waverly pumpkin chalk paint. I'm then going to use a Cricut decal for the middle that says welcome home, but you can use Dollar Tree letter stickers or anything that you like to combine with your window clings. I am going to use some of the designs on this particular sheet and a glue stick to just get my window clings in place where I want them. I chose some of the little floral designs and that cute little mushroom. I'm going to glue a Dollar Tree bow to the top side of this, and this is like a 5-minute project if you don't count paint drying time. So quick and easy. Again, a really nice hostess gift or a door hanger, just something to create that is fun, easy, on a budget, and using those window clings. One more Dollar Tree idea for you. This is actually a wall sticker, but very similar to a window cling. So I'm going to add it to this video as well. Here's what it looks like. It's called Wall Decor. It's from Dollar Tree. I cut it apart to make it easier to position. I'm using this sign from Dollar Tree. I flipped it over, gave it a light coat of Waverly plaster, and then did a distressing of Tutorial Beige by Apple Barrel. Once that is done, I'm going to figure out the placement of my stickers, or this will work just as well with window clings, and then I'm just going to make sure that they are laid down nicely and smoothed on. Once that is done, the embellishing can begin. Of course, if you want to add a coat of Mod Podge on top of this, that would be great as well, but I'm going to add a cute little bow using 2 different Dollar Tree ribbons. I had so much fun with this bow. I don't normally give my bows different tails, but I thought that this was cute. So I am going to take each piece of ribbon, make sure that they are equal in length, Fold them over until I have one loop on either side and one tail. That way, when you put them together, you have two opposite tails. Again, I just thought that was adorable. So here's what that looks like. I'm going to pinch them in the middle and twine them together. You can use twine, a pipe cleaner, a zip tie, just any way to get that nice and tight. You want it as tight as possible because the tighter that you tie your bow in the middle, the more you can fluff it out, and the more you fluff it out, the better that it looks. So then I just fold my tails over and just dovetail that triangle upward, and you have an adorable little bow. I decided to glue mine down at an angle. I kind of left a place there for it where I wanted it, and once that is done, you can add any other embellishments that you choose, or you can just keep this plain. It is totally your prerogative. I did add a little beaded hanger with some beads from Dollar Tree. I just put 3 on either side of a piece of twine and fed that through the top of the holes on my sign. I then did add a couple more stickers that were on this sheet, just here and there to fancy it up a little bit. So a tip for your twine, if you're putting it through the hole and it is fraying, you can add a little dab of hot glue, let it cool off for just a second, and then use your fingers to smooth it down. And this creates almost like a needle with your twine. It makes it easier to go through that hole. So here I'm just adding on those other little stickers that I talked about. And here is a quick and easy little sign idea for just a couple of dollars. Again, a very customizable. I just thought that this was really pretty and wanted to add this into my window cleaning video. Of course, there are so many other ways to use Dollar Tree window clings. You can use them on candles, you can use them on mugs, you can use them on vases. I was just trying to get some original ideas that haven't been shared quite as many times, but here is a review of everything that I did share today. Please let me know down in the comments, what is your favorite project? What is one that you may be willing to recreate, or any ideas that I gave you, or if you have any ideas for me. I love chatting with you guys in the comments. So once again, thank you so much for watching my video. Please subscribe if you have not. Give me a big thumbs up, and I will see you very soon, friends. Take care.
You can subscribe to my mom's channel, and thank you for watching today's craft, and stay safe.